Welcome to another episode of Storytime. Today I have another feathery animal here with me. This is Grace, and Grace is a type of owl called a barred owl. They get that name because of the pattern of feathers that they have. It kind of looks like stripes along them. That's where they get their name from. Now Grace here, just like our friend Frida who we met last week, is also a rescue from the wild. She's been living here at the zoo now for about 10 years, but unfortunately she was hit by a car in the wild, and as a result she can no longer fly due to an injury in her wing. So we adopted and will have her here at the zoo for the rest of her life so that we can provide her with the best care here, as she would not be able to survive and was deemed non-releasable to go back out into the wild. Now today's story is perfect for her because it is October and we're thinking about a lot of spooky animals and Halloween and all the different kinds of Halloween events coming up. Our story today is called The Perfect Place for an Elf Owl. One windy night in the desert, Mama Elf Owl went out in search of dinner for her babies. The youngest elf owl missed his mama and left his nest to find her. A gust of wind blew him away, and he tumbled into the tundra. Whoosh. The owlet asked a snowy owl, "Is this my home?" The snowy owl turned its head and said, "The tundra is no place for an elf owl." Just then, the wind blew again. Whoosh. The owlet fell into the forest. He asked the spotted owl, "Is this my home?" The spotted owl blinked his eyes and said, "The forest is no place for an elf owl." The wind blew again, whoosh, and the owlet bumped into a barn. He asked the barn owl chicks, "Is this my home?" The barn owl chicks screeched, "A barn owl is no place for an elf owl." A strong breeze blew. Whoosh. The owlet bounced into a boreal forest. He asked the boreal owl, "Is this my home?" The boreal owl said, "A boreal forest is no place for an elf owl." The wind puffed, and the owlet ended up underground. He asked a burrowing owl, "Is this my home?" The burrowing owl looked through the darkness and said, "A burrow is no place for an elf owl." So what's your favorite part, Grace? The wind blasted, whoosh, and the owlet slipped into a swamp. He asked the barred owl, "Is this my home?" The barred owl hooted, "The swamp is no place for an elf owl." A gentle breeze drifted, and the owlet jumped into the jungle. He asked the spectacled owl, "Is this my home?" The spectacled owl peeked through his feathery glasses and said, "The jungle is no place for an elf owl." The air burst into wind, and the wind dropped the owlet into the desert. He asked the mama elf owl, "Is this my home?" "Yes," said the mama owl, "and you're late for dinner." The owlet snuggled up into the saguaro cactus. He was home, and he was happy. The end. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another story time. We will see you guys next week for another story featuring another one of our awesome ambassador animals. Be sure to check out our website and Facebook for all of our awesome October events coming up. This Friday, tomorrow, we actually have a night prowl at Beaver Sprite, our conservation education center located in Dodgeville, Oppenheim, New York. We also have Spooktacular coming up, Spirits on Safari, lots of just really awesome events. So be sure to check them out, and we hope to see you there. See you soon!